What if these guys had lived? What if the legends of tomorrow had been given the time to shine? Today, we're ranking 20 basketball players whose lives were tragically cut short before they reached their prime. These are the stars we never got to fully see. But first, let's talk about how we rank this. We didn't just throw names together. We built a probability matrix based on player archetypes, their production at the time, and what their 12-year careers might have looked like compared to players who were at the same level. We compared them to players who actually made it, projected their averages, their accolades, and even their Hall of Fame chances. This is probability, not prophecy, but it's as close as we can get to imagining the careers that fate took away. Number 20, Yinka Dare, 7 feet of raw size out of George Washington, a first-round pick of the New Jersey Nets. His story is remembered more for his inexperience than his potential. He once famously went an entire season without an assist. But here's the truth. The NBA keeps 7-footers employed, and Dare had rim-protecting instincts that could have matured. He tragically passed away in 2004 at just 31 due to a heart condition. His comp is Bismack Biyombo, a player who can change the paint without ever needing touches. We project his prime at 8 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Over a 12-year arc, that's closer to 5 points and 6 boards, a defensive role player every roster needs. Not a star, but he could have been remembered as a steady, beloved big man. Number 19, Robert Tractor Traylor, a force of nature from Michigan, drafted in 1998, built like a tank, quick for his size, and able to bully opponents in the post. Traylor was playing professionally overseas when he tragically passed away in 2011 while still active in Puerto Rico. He had shades of Glenn Big Baby Davis and even Zach Randolph, bruising, relentless, and strong on the boards. Prime projection, 13 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, career arc 10 and 7. He might not have been a superstar, but every championship team has a guy like this, someone who intimidates in the paint and gives them toughness. Number 18, Fernando Martin, the first Spaniard ever to play in the NBA, suiting up for the Portland Trail Blazers in 1986. He tragically lost his life in a car accident in 1989 at only 27. Martin's story is more than stats. He was a pioneer. His comp is Enes Kanter Freedom, a strong physical interior scorer who could have carved out a niche. Prime projection, 14 points and 10 rebounds, a nightly double-double, career arc 10 and 8. Not an all-star, but imagine how much further he could have opened the door for Spanish basketball. Without Martin, the Trail Pau Gasol Blaze might have looked very different. Number 17, Nick Vanos, a Sun center who had just wrapped up his second NBA season when he was fatally injured in a plane crash in 1987 at only 24. Phoenix had high hopes for him as a rotation big. His comp is Jonas Valanciunas, a screen setter, rebounder, and physical presence in the paint. Prime projection, 12 points, 9 boards. Career arc, 9 and 7. He wasn't destined to be a superstar, but he could have been a lunch pail center for a decade, the type of player who becomes a fan favorite because of grit. Number 16, Jason Collier, a 7-foot center for the Atlanta Hawks, just beginning to find his role as a starter before he tragically passed away in 2005 from a heart condition at 28. Collier had touch around the rim, decent footwork, and the frame to bang inside. His comp, a pre-modern Brook Lopez. Prime projection, 14 points, 9 rebounds. Career arc, 9 and 6. He could have been a steady contributor, the kind of big who holds down the middle for years. Number 15, Ricky Berry. Drafted by the Sacramento Kings in 1988, Berry's rookie year showed flashes of scoring touch and perimeter skill that were rare for his size. Tragically, his life ended in 1989 at just 24. His comp is Allen Houston or Dan Majerle, a wing shooter with size and smooth scoring ability. Prime projection, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Career arc, 15 a night. Berry could have been one of those scorers you look back on as a why didn't we talk about him more type of all-star. Number 14, Zeke Upshaw, a G League grinder who worked his way through college and earned a roster spot with Grand Rapids. In 2018, he tragically collapsed on the court and passed away at just 26. His comp is Wesley Matthews Light, a hard-nosed wing who can defend and hit shots. Prime projection, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Career arc, 11 points a night. He may never have been a household name, but every playoff team needs wings like him, and he could have carved out a respected career. Number 13, Ryan Francis. A Baton Rouge native and USC starting point guard as a freshman, Francis had just finished a promising first year when he was fatally injured in 2006 at 19. His comp is Tyus Jones or TJ MC Connell. Small but steady, a floor general who takes care of the ball and makes the team better. Prime projection, 11 points, 7 assists. Career arc, 8 and 5. Not a star, but he could have been that reliable backup point guard every contender counts on. Number 12, Chris Street. An Iowa legend known for his hustle and heart, Street tragically passed away in 1993 during his junior season at just 20. Fans still honor him every year. His comp, Udonis Haslem, with a dash of David Lee. Prime projection, 14 points, 9 rebounds, career arc, 10 and 7. He would never have been a superstar, but his presence, toughness, and community connection would have made him unforgettable. Number 11, Bryce DeJean Jones. A young guard for the New Orleans Pelicans, DeJean Jones was just scratching the surface when he tragically passed away in 2016 at only 23. His comp is Kentavious Caldwell Pope or Josh Hart, athletic, defensive, and streaky from 3. Prime projection, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Career arc, 11 points, 4 boards. He could have been the kind of player who becomes a playoff X factor. Number 10, Bobby Phills. A leader for the Charlotte Hornets, respected across the league, who tragically passed away in 2030. His comp is Drew Holiday light, defensive intensity, shot making, and leadership. Prime projection, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Career arc, 14, 4, and 3. He would likely have earned multiple all-defensive selections and perhaps one all-star nod. More than that, Phills was known as a mentor. He could have become the soul of the Hornets. Number 9, Malik Sealy, Kevin Garnett's best friend and a key Timberwolves starter. Sealy tragically passed away in 2030. His comp is Eddie Jones or Chris Middleton, two-way wing with balance. Prime projection, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Career arc, 15, 4, and 3. Sealy could have been the perfect running mate for Garnett, helping Minnesota reach the playoff heights they never quite touched in those years. Number 8, Terrence Clark. A Kentucky freshman with swagger and highlights ready-made for social media, Clark tragically passed away in 2021 at just 19. He had declared for the NBA draft. His comps, Jalen Green and Zach LaVine, explosive, crowd-pleasing scores, prime projection, 22 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, career arc, 18, 4, and 4. He could have been the kind scorer who turns arenas into concerts and at minimum, a 2-time All-Star. Number 7, Eddie Griffin. Drafted 7th overall by the Nets and traded to Houston, Griffin had star potential as a stretch big with rim protection. He tragically passed away in 2007 at 25. His comp, Rashard Lewis, with Serge Ibaka's defense. Prime projection, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks. Career arc, 15 and 8. 2 All-Stars, 2 All-Defense. In today's NBA, Griffin would be worth max money. Number 6, Ben Wilson. Chicago's golden boy, ranked the number 1 high school player in 1984. His life was tragically cut short before his senior year at just 17. Wilson had comps in Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway, tall, versatile, playmaking forwards who bend the game. Prime projection, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Career arc, 18, 6, and 5. 4 All-Stars, 3 All-NBAs. He could have been the hometown superstar Chicago was waiting for. Number 5, Reggie Lewis. Boston Celtics captain, a 1992 All-Star who tragically passed away during an off-season practice in 1993 at only 27. His comp, Michael Finley, with shades of Paul George. Prime projection, 23 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, plus defense. Career arc, 19, 4, and 4. 4 All-Stars, 2 All-NBA teams. Lewis was already Boston's leader. His loss changed the Celtics' future entirely. Number 4, Drazen Petrovic. Already an All-NBA guard for the Nets, he tragically passed away in a car accident in 1993 at 28. His comp, Reggie Miller, with a touch of Chris Mullin. Prime projection, 24 points, 4 assists, elite shooting, career arc, 20 a night for 12 years. 5 All-Stars, 4 All-NBAs. Drazen would have been remembered as one of the greatest international guards ever, and maybe a Hall of Famer even without the tragic ending. Number 3, Hank Gathers. The heartbeat of Loyola Marymount, the only man to lead the nation in both scoring and rebounding in the same season. He tragically collapsed on the court in 1990 at 23. His comp, Larry Johnson, with Barkley's relentlessness. Prime projection, 24 points, 10 rebounds. Career arc, 20 and 9. 5 All-Stars, 5 All-NBAs. Gathers could have been one of the premier power forwards of the 1990s, a rival to Malone, Barkley, and Kemp. Number 2, Len Bias. Drafted number 2 overall by the Boston Celtics in 1986. Bias tragically passed away just 2 days later at 22. His comp, Dominique Wilkins, mixed with Kawhi Leonard's build. Prime projection, 26.7 rebounds, 3 assists. Career arc, 23 and 7, 7 All-Stars, 7 All-NBAs, MVP contention. He could have been the player who carried Boston into the 1990s, a rival to Jordan, maybe the man who shifted the entire balance of NBA history. Number 1, Len Bias. Yes, he takes the top spot, because in every ranking of what-ifs in basketball, Bias sits alone. He could have been an all-time great, a Hall of Famer, a champion, a face of the NBA. His passing wasn't just a loss for Boston. It was a loss for the league, for the fans, for basketball history itself. These are the 20. Which one of these unfinished stories do you think would have changed the game the most? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more lists like this, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. This is Marcus Ferrell Live.